Good question. 4.5 milligrams naltrexone worked well for a while. Then I had an increase in pain. Could it be the LDN is too high? So this is one of those where I know it's a frustrating answer, but it's the truth, which is it could be too high or it could be too low. Depends on the underlying situation. Usually if it's working and then suddenly the pain comes back, in some of the newer thinking and writing that some people, you can find this on the trust resources and some of the stuff I've done. In some people, especially like in chronic fatigue, fibro, post-COVID, where you get a flare up, sometimes a reverse taper actually is in order where we go higher, maybe 9 milligrams, 10, 11, 12, and then we taper it back down. That calms the system down. And if the picture clinically looks like, things were going along, we're treating these things, and all of a sudden, your body aggravated. And one of the things I have seen with people on naltrexone in the COVID era, on naltrexone, then they get exposed to COVID and their immune system is more imbalanced. So sometimes they actually have to do a reverse taper from higher down. It's also, you talk to the prescriber, of course, but it's also worth a try trying to do a lower dose and see, okay, does the pain level out with a lower dose? The problem is there's no lab test for this. It's a very clinically determined criteria when it comes to dosing. And so you only know by trying, and it's not going to hurt anything. You talk to your prescriber, but what I would do usually is if you recently were exposed to other infections or your case got really inflammatory, I would probably try a higher dose and taper you backwards. If there was no changes, then I would probably say, hey, I've been on 4.5 for 6 months, 2 years, 6 years. Let's go and let's re-taper you, and let's try a milligram for a week and see how it does in 2 milligrams and see if there's maybe a dose that fits you better.